So hello everyone and welcome back to what will be the last episode of this Let's Play of Might and Magic 7 for Blood and Honor, where we're playing a dark party. In the last episode, we cleaned out Castle Lambent and Celeste and Arafia and parts of Deja for some reason, and the Bracada Desert, and now in this episode, we're just gonna take a look at what kind of relics and artifacts we haven't found yet in both of our Let's Plays. So there are a few artifacts here that you won't have seen if you only have seen this Let's Play. Sorry about it, go watch my light side one. And I also added a bunch of different shit here from an editor that I have never seen before that I was just a bit curious about. So let's see here. This was just a bunch. Everything here is just a bunch of things that I saw in the editor that I wasn't 100% sure what was from. So we're just gonna read it. Most of these things we can definitely find places. It's just that I don't look closely enough. For example, this journal entry, 23rd of April, I'm pretty sure you can find that somewhere. We received word today that the Temple of the Moon has dispatched an armed force to Nyan. It has been decided that I will lead some of my brothers in an attempt to stop whatever vile deed they plan. May the sun shine upon us and end this war as soon as possible. The battles in the north have sundered the plains of Prakada. Yeah, I think I have read that one before in this Let's Play too, so yeah. Yep, read that one too. You can pause if you are desperately enough to see it or to see it. Yep, here's his. I found a bunch of empty message scrolls, which then basically does nothing. I guess they plan on having more scrolls in the game and then just didn't bother. Because they all, as you see, like, they all... no, where's another empty one? They all allude to, like, missing scroll text 732. The other one was 737, etc., etc. So I guess those just... they were supposed to be something. Oops, no, I didn't want to pick that up. Please. Orders from Snurgle. Can't read apparently. Snurgle was killed in Might and Magic 6, so I'm not really sure why that exists, but okay. That's here from Harmondale, in the fort outside of Harmondale. The cipher we actually found last episode. Yes, that one we find in the Thieves, or the Arafian sewers, I think. The Circle of Stone here in Nyan is no more. We, in our attempt to stop the followers of the moon, have aided in the destruction of that which we were sent to protect. Only a few brothers remain. We will attempt to return to the Grand Temple of the Sun. If this journal is found, it means we were unsuccessful. It is my hope that those who read this will understand that we meant no harm. We only sought to protect. May the sun guide our steps through the darkness ahead. Never read that one before, I'm pretty sure. So I'm not really sure what you can find that one. Yeah, nope. I'm pretty sure I read that one before. Sorry, once again, if you, like, can't catch all what I'm reading right now. Just pause the screen if you're desperate enough. Name of message was apparently nothing, surprisingly enough. Torn page. Yes, that's what you find in the Temple of Light when you have to do, like, the... when you have to get the key half from the Temple of Light. That's, like, the explanation. Yeah, okay. It is very important. Ambassador Wright, this is when you choose, you know, sides in light or dark. No idea when you're supposed to get this one, to be quite honest with you. I can't remember this one. Ambassador Wright, it is very important that you speak with the new Lords of Harmdale. It is my hope that they can end this stupidity between Queen Catherine and King Eldrich. Lauren Steele, the carrier of this message, can provide you with further details. If the war continues, it will only serve to strengthen Archibald's position. Lauren Steele? Hello, fake Lauren. Still so random that he's there. Okay, that's from Lord Markham, when you know, kind of invade his palace, or, yeah. Oh, this is the message that we get from when we have to find that artifact in order to make Harmondale win the war, you know, or choose a side in the war. And that's from the Archomage person who died. That's from the Red Dwarf Mines. That's an empty scroll. That's an empty scroll. Basic cryptography. You can find that in Castle Harmondale, actually, as far as I remember, which will also help in the cipher thingy here. Yeah. And that's also from Castle Harmondale, which is where, like this one, Scribe's Notes, Selgin Interrogation Day 3, June 8th, 1120. Let's go over this again, shall we? Yesterday you said the tomb was in Bracada. Several of my men were slain by golems looking for where you had indicated. I thought we had decided to finally cooperate. I can see now that you lied to me. No, didn't lie. Borders change. This is basically where the Tomb of the Master is, and eventually he says South Arafia. Which will just basically then tell you, okay, go to South Arafia. Who is this from again? Oh yeah, this is what you find inside the Dragon's Cave, all the way back in Emerald Island, actually. You find this one in the Tolarian Caves, I think? Another empty message scroll. Letter from Xenofex, that's found in the Temple of Ba, like where we had to go in the with our light playthrough. Not that interesting, to be quite honest. Wait, what was that? Level design placeholder. I don't even want to know what that is. Message from Mr. Stanley. Yep, that's what you get when you borrow that thing. Scale. Catherine and Eldrich will never understand our joy over the struggle of our disputed Harmondale. Continue to harvest the benefits of the war. In the end, they shall not be able to stand against us. That's apparently then Ambassador Scale is like the evil ambassadors. That is pretty much the opposite of the letter from Gavin Magnus. And I'm pretty sure those are not in the game. Interestingly enough. Oh, that's the Grognar the Great thingy all the way in the beginning. You can find that one in the Barrow Downs as far as I remember. Empty scroll. Empty scroll. Letter from Mr. Stanley. Yep, I think you can find that one in the sewers or something. I'm not completely sure. You can find that one in Fort Riverstride. Empty and empty. And now for the more interesting stuff. Here is a bunch of sealed letters worth money. And can we actually sell them? I guess not. We're gonna go ahead and try, actually. I mean, why not? It's not like we have anything better to do right now. That sounds pathetic, actually.
Can I help you with anything?
Hello? No, it's beyond my meager knowledge. Okay. So...
Wow. Are you talking to me?
There's only one sealed letter in this game as far as I remember, and that's from Norbert Frush to Lord Markham when you're getting the Parson's Quill back in Arafia. One of the very simple, just fetch quests. You don't need to battle any monsters or anything. I'm gonna... oh, actually looks pretty cool here on the outside. I do like the seals though, but these are not used in-game at all. One very interesting thing I saw was the sewer key. Because it actually has a pretty description. Been looking for this? No wonder it wasn't in the sewers. It was hiding out in Arafia the whole time. I'm not 100% sure what this references to. I know, of course, there's a sewer in Freehaven in Might and Magic 6, where I guess there's like one place you can't enter in the beginning because it's a teleporter to the Temple of Blah. Spoiler alerts. I guess maybe they're alluding to that one. I'm not 100% sure, but pretty interesting. Here's a thigh bone that I found in the editor. No idea where that comes from. A human question mark thigh bone. It's not even a quest. I have no idea what that's for actually. No idea at all. And it has a unique like look here on the outside as well. It's kind of weird. And then a flower or a rose. A red rose. Once again, no idea what this is used for. No idea at all. And it also has a unique look out here. So that's pretty interesting. Now for the more interesting parts. Here you see the artifacts that we haven't seen so far. Yeah, I found something called a Death Plate, and I was like, I have no idea what the Death Plate is. Look at the value, first of all, 666, but then the description, for testing, remove before final release. You didn't do that. I'm sorry, but you just didn't. I'm so funny. Oh, it's... That looks so pretty. I'm sorry for laughing, but that's so stupid. Let's just throw it out. Here we have Mekarig's Hammer. This one I usually actually find a lot when playing this game. It's a spirit magic, which is good. Might plus 75, which is good. It's in a relic class, so you know, relics have to have some negative impact on your character. It can't just be positive. Artifacts are positive, but not the cons nor the pros are not as big as with a relic. But the relic has a con as well, while artifacts don't. Mekarig has one of the more easily overcomable, if that's even a word. Oh, comable. Sorry. With air resistance minus 50, which isn't really such a big deal, to be quite honest. But this is the very hammer the great Mecharig the Blind used to turn out so much of the world's finest enchanted equipment during his many years as master of the Mecharig Foundry. The hammer's connection to the elements leaves the wielder vulnerable to elemental magic, but it is a small price to pay for the enchanted self-ability and might the hammer provides. Which means, like, it's a much better hammer than most things. I'm just curious how much it gives in spirit magic. 5, so not that much. So it's not completely useful, to be quite honest with you. Here we have the Glory Shield. Of Spirit Magic, Shield Skill plus 5, Body Resistance minus 10, Mind Resistance minus 10. Another relic with very, very piss poor cons. But at the same time,
There's no room
not the best positives either. Oh, it's a... No, it's a Spirit Magic. Why doesn't it give a plus? That's actually pretty weird. I guess they're lying then. Okay, whatever. Looks pretty cool though, I would have to say. But its placement is apparently pretty weird. I don't like it. But the Glory Shield, yeah, I don't usually find this one, to be quite honest. I know it's in the game, I found it many times before, but I just don't usually see it. One of 5 such shields known to exist, the Glory Shield was built during the Time of Wonders. It is especially tuned to promote spirit magic, but that same attunement leaves the wielder somewhat open to mind and body-based attacks. Here we have Justice. I also usually find this one, usually when finding good, so that's also nice. It's Undead Slaying, in other words double damage versus Undead, of Mind Magic, of Body Magic, minus 40 in speed. Now we're starting to talk like relics with a lot of crappy enchant or cons. And only good member or parties can use it, so...
I can't use that.
Sorry, Emmanuel, but this is not for you. Forged in the Halcyon, no idea what that word means. Days at the beginning of the Church of the Sun, Justice is a powerful weapon for good. At the cost of a speed, Justice is one of the mightiest relics a paladin or cleric can wield for the Path of Light. I disagree. The body magic plus is nice, but mind magic, no thank you. Anya Selvig as one of the, like, for archers, this is pretty insane. And I guess also to some extent for... Actually, maybe not. It didn't really damage as much as I thought, but it does increase your accuracy by so much. Yeah. Anya Selvig, accuracy plus 150, bow skill plus 5, armor class minus 25. Pretty heavy hit on armor class, but archers can Grandmaster Chainmail, which I think helps Anya Selvig quite a lot. Mastersmith Ivan Selvig named his crossbow after his only daughter Anya, calling it his second best creation ever. Hint hint, the best creation ever is his daughter Anya. Just saying. Archers using this crossbow rarely miss their targets, but their concentration and slow careful movements make them easy targets in return. Only crossbow relic or artifact though, and I think it looks kinda cool actually, so I kinda like it. Here's a Titan's belt. Might plus 75, speed minus 40. Pretty average belt, I just think it looks so cool. And it looks especially cool when you have the best plate armor in the game, just putting that out there. Like so many familiar items, the Titan's belt increases the might of its wearer at the expense of speed. The only difference with this relic is the magnitude of the trade-off. Pretty normal, average. Taladon's Helm.
That's of no use
it's,
to me.
first of all, good, so we can't use it. But I'm just saying that this looks stupid on every single character in the game. It's like, it looks like the placement is totally wrong. Yeah. A Flight Magic, personality plus 15, might plan plus 15, luck minus 40, only good characters. Owned by Taladon, Divine High Priest and Holy Conduit of the Church of the Sun from 870 AS, this powerful helm probably contributed to his untimely death in 881. It is said that an object may take so much enchantment, try to put too much in, and something negative squeezes out. In this case, the negative made the wearer profoundly unlucky. Taladon, arguably the most powerful figure of his time, veteran diplomat, soldier, and priest, was crushed beneath the wheels of a runaway peasant's wagon while crossing the streets in Stedvik. That is so sad. Calibrim. First of all, pretty nice defense. It has 20 in defense, which of course we have found better. But still, it's for a relic shield, that's actually not that bad. And your immunity to stone condition, which is half damage from missile attacks. Okay. Endurance plus 50. Okay. Earth resistance minus 30. Don't care. One of the first shields to issue from the Celebrim foundry, this one bears the simple stamp Celebrim on the inside under the hand strap. It has very powerful enchantments meant to protect from Medusa cases, but like many grand enchantments, it comes with a flaw. Celebrim weakens its owner's resistance to earth magic. Here is the first relic I found in the game. Not artifact, but relic, and it's crappy. Old Nick. Disarm skill +5, 8 points of poison damage, elf slaying, only evil. Secretly passed from one assassin to another for centuries, Old Nick happily vanished from history's sight during the Battle for Morning, a joint human-elvish attack on the Assassin's Guild nearly 200 years ago. It is said that Old Nick has killed more people than the plague. Now that you found this evil weapon, you're gonna throw it down a well. Aren't you? No, we're gonna use it. It's actually worse than the Exquisite Dagger. God, I hate that Old Nick so much. It doesn't even look cool. Here's Amuk, which is two-handed, which is why she can't use it. But was one of the weapons I was hoping to find with her, because the damage output increases by quite a lot. Might +100, Endurance +100, Armor class -15. So it gives a huge Endurance and Might boost, which is pretty nice. The original name of Amuk has been lost in time, but the blade retains its magically keen edge and all of its original power. Fantastic strength and vitality are conferred upon the owner at the expense of proper sense of fair. Wielders of Amuk don't much bother dodging blows in battle. That doesn't sound good. It looks one-handed, right? I wish that it was one-handed, but there is a one-handed axe that we're gonna try out with her eventually. Here's Gibbet. Now we're on artifacts. I don't think there's a few relics here left, but now it's mostly artifacts from now on. Gibbet is a spare. It's undead slaying, a dragon slaying, demon slaying. No negatives. A humorless weapon, to say the least, Gibbet was forged by Mecharig the Blind to help end the Age of Monsters and promote the Age of Man. A noble idea, but one that hasn't worked out very well. Gibbet often goes missing for years, only to be rediscovered in some dragon's hoard by ambitious adventurers. The power of the weapon often inspires such adventurers to move the weapon to another dragon hoard, where it once again goes missing for years. But still, it's a pretty nice weapon. It's not the best spare in the game. We're gonna get to that here with Charil, but yeah. Let's see, Ulysses. The only bow artifact as far as I remember. Not crossbow like Anya Selving. Accuracy +50, 9 to 12 water damage. The Archer's Dream. Ulysses requires no arrows, firing bolts of ice, formed when the string is drawn back. Its origins are unknown, but the style suggests Elvish make. What's pretty cool here is that if you equip it with an archer, like for an example, Jeniki, she will actually shoot, she will shoot those ice bolts, which is, I think that's a really nice and cool touch. I've been talking about this artifact before, Hands of the Master, which is what I was kind of hoping to get with, because see the damage increase here? That is insane. And also actually the wait, why armor increase? We already have dodging skill +12. It stacks. Okay, I wish I knew that before. Anyway, Hands of the Master, first of all, they look really cool. But unarmed skill +10, dodging skill +10. The Hands of the Master are meant for monks, but a few thieves have put them to use with excellent results, because thieves can, I think, master dodging and unarmed in combat. Most of the owners have gone on to fame and fortune, but the last one obviously didn't do so well. Short and sweet. Corsair, skill +5, disarm skill +5, lux +40. Corsair is one of the finest weapons ever turned out by the Regnant armories. Ever true to their nature, Regna smiths fashioned a weapon that could aid their imperial tax collection efforts on the high seas and coastal towns. To this date, Regna has not forged a weapon that didn't advance their selfish goals at the expense of others. It looks kind of cool. I like the gold down here and the rubies and stuff, but it's not a good weapon. It's not one of my favorite artifacts for sure. Here's the only boot artifact in the game, the 7 League boots. First of all, armor +15 is really nice, then speed +40 is also nice, and of water magic also could be nice. So named for their boost to their wearer's reflexes and pace, the boot's true function is to ease the use of water magic in order to speed travel. Anyone using the boots is destined for greatness, but not necessarily honor. Much mischief can be attributed to previous owners of these boots. They look cool though, I have to say. They really do. Here is the one-handed artifact I was talking about, that's an axe. Splitter. Explosive impact, fire resistance +50. And we're gonna try that out eventually, trust me. Though powerful, Splitter is never wielded by a single owner for too long. The blade gives off a great blast of fire when struck, and the magical protection against fire the weapon offers isn't enough to completely shield a user from the blast. Boom. It's actually, oh, it's exactly the same as the Minotaur's Axe, actually. Cool. Minotaur's Axe. That's interesting. Here's the Ruler's Ring of Mind Magic and of Dark Magic. It's not Dark Party only. You can use this as a light side too. But it gives, you know, Dark Magic's bonus. That's not necessary for you if you play light side, that's for sure. The Ruler's Ring was made in 744 AS by Joshua Stom, Chief Alchemist for the Warlocks of Nine. Although not an inherently evil artifact, the ring was created to control and conquer, nothing more. I'm just not sure. Does that stack? No, it doesn't. Or is that also the Ring of Dark Magic? No, it's not. So, just a second.